We're going to do this NASCAR style here at the Angola Motor Speedway. I need your help. Everybody up on the count of 3. And I'm going to have you as loud as you can. Count them down. 3. Gentlemen, for the Godfather, start your engine!
Of Mike Root alongside and race fans, we are just moments away from seeing the green wave high above the field. Here we go, race fans. It's time for the Stan Perry Memorial 2010 110-lap race. Harold Fair Jr. and Mike Root bring the field to green in 4. Into the first corner, the number 9 car of Mike Root, using the advantage in the outside lane to go into the top spot in 3 and 4. Harold Fair Jr. fighting back 3 wide for the lead. Fair into the wall hard on the front stretch as Mike Root, Harold Fair Jr. A hard collision between a couple of our top competitors. And boy, that's the last thing you wanted to see, and we talked about it before we went green. It will be a complete restart.
Flag goes to your field without your fast qualifier, Steve Needles. Needles not back on the racetrack, and we're a half a lap away from going green.
He gets rolling pit side. Will they let him out over on the back straightaway? Rolling out of turn number 4. And then, yes, Needles does get back out on the track a half lap behind. It's the 9 of Barr taking the advantage. Pretty good start. About the 3rd or 4th try.
Absolutely. Looking like we know what we're doing. 3rd time's a charm. And up front, Jeff Parr, your early race leader over Scott Hance. Dakota Carlson on the high side. Great battle for 2nd spot.
Boy, Parr out front, Carlson in the outside lane, the number 5 car of Dakota Carlson running the high side. Hance falling back to the number 3 position. Maybe worse, youngster Derek Griffin to the high side. Griffin's had a couple of great runs so far in his rookie season of Outlaw Super Late Model competition. He runs the bottom lane. Also the number 1 car, Brian Nestor, racing with the number 42 of many-time feature winner and champion across the Midwest, Brian Ross in the 42.
Tries one more time through turns 1 and 2, the bottom of the racetrack. Nothing doing. Great battle for that 3rd spot. They'll come to the line 7 laps in. Nestor looking a little bit racy. Wants to get underneath the 72 of Scott Hance. Hance, as mentioned, a veteran of these long-distance races. We'll see if he has anything at the end.
Oh, close call for the top 2 down in turn 3 as Carlson ducked to the low side. And you know the momentum here keeps you off the bottom of the racetrack. He slid up the track nicely right behind the rear bumper of the number 9 of Jeff Parr.
Down the backstretch, coming around for lap 28. The 22 car, Josh Slade, grabs the backstretch, grabs the apron off the backstretch. Caution flag out. Got a little bit loose up in the dirt, and the caution flag comes out at lap 27.
Coopersville, Michigan driver Josh Slade in the Few Less Motorsports number 20. Your leader at lap 27, Jeff Parr, back to green off of 4.
Parr with a big, fast restart. Started about halfway down the backstretch. Your head starter waves the green flag, and we're back to racing. Lap 27 of the Stan Perry Memorial 110 here at the Angola Motor Speedway. Griffin to the inside of Carlson for that runner-up spot.
Boy, Griffin's car holds the bottom pretty well. He's able to keep his momentum up maybe a little bit better than some of the other drivers when they move to the inside lane, and so good through the middle of 1 and 2. The number 14 car of Steve Needles trying to work his way through the field. Also the 45 driver was supposed to start on. Now Needles and Brent Jack get together. Needles stays into it, and they go yellow. Caution out for a couple of cars that were able to steer out of it. Steve Needles and Brent Jack in the 41, the 2 that got together. I'll tell you, here's how this played out. Now you see the rear rotors have quit glowing on the number 14 of Needles. It's the front brakes glowing. 33 of Dave Stayhauer has called it tonight.
Stayhauer to the pit area, lap 62, 63, and at the line this time by, it's still Jeff Parr, your race leader.
The question becomes now whether Liberta, when he gets that run to the outside, will be given room by Nestor. Nestor closed the door up in turn 4.
The problem with that is a half a lap down 3 wide for about 10th spot.
Well, some contact between Jimmy Carter and Steve Needles. See some sparks coming out of the 14 car of Needles. Needles was up on what they would call a dirt track, the cushion, nearly above it, nearly went off the track the last time around. This time will clear Jimmy Carter.
Some sparks coming out of the rear of the 14 car of Needles. We'll keep an eye on him as we stay green.
And again is closing on the lead duo.
83 laps in at the line that time by.
Whoa, Liberta and turn 4. Hans stops it right before the wall. What a save by Scott Hansen, the 72, to get hard on the binders and avoid the outside retaining wall. He was on the gas trying to loop it around. He saw the wall coming up. He jumped hard on 28 laps to go with the additional 10 laps put on for the Stan Perry Memorial. We are coming to green. Does Jeff Parr, is he able to hang on? Does he have problems in that 9? Carlson with problems in the 5. Dakota Carlson in the number 5 comes to a stop up in turn 4. At this point, Jason, I'm kind of liking where the number 16 car of Derek Griffin is sitting, especially if the 9 car of Jeff Parr has problems like he did during the last run. We are back to green with 28 circuits to go. Needles looking to make a run on Rich Bickle for the number 4 position. Jimmy Carter in the 6th spot, followed by Nick Grody, Brent Jack, Scott Hance, Justin Clarity, and the 11 of Mackendorfer. And Derek Griffin is right there on the number 9 car of Jeff Parr.
Absolutely. Tries to look underneath him halfway through turns 1 and 2, and this yellow flag comes out. Looks to be the 72 of Scott Hansen, the 41 car of Brent Jack makes some contact.
Final circuits coming up. 107 complete, 3 to go. The number 9 car, Jeff Parr, hanging on. Griffin has given him room a couple of times. What will it be? 2 circuits remaining.